Steve, do you remember we're doing a video?
Are we?
Yeah. We're going to see. Alright. Don't show Reg. Reg will be disappointed in you. Do you remember we used to go and watch films and then sit in the car and talk about them and make videos about them? Yeah. We haven't done that in about a month, so we're going to do that. We're going to see Suicide Squad. Oh, you won. Well done. Congratulations. Now eat your giant hot dog while we wait for Reg.
I'll give you a giant hot dog in a minute.
Please don't. You have a full belly.
That's lovely. It's really nice.
Right, Stephen. Pre-movie chat. Are you excited for Suicide Squad?
Well,
Have you bought into the hype?
you got to keep in mind that me and DC have had a very
Dashboard Professional.
love-hate
I
relationship.
love Dashboard Professional.
And the fact that I thought that the whole Batman saga, the whole
You didn't
Nolan
even like The
saga,
Dark Knight.
it's just awful films. And then they came out with Batman vs Superman, which I really enjoyed. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'm on the fence at this point.
Okay. I'm just worried they're going to rely on the Joker a bit too much. That's all the trailer seems to be. I don't think that's what this should be about. I think it's a lot more about the other guys, but we'll see. I'm optimistic. So Reg is here, but he just walks straight past us. There he is. He's the man holding camera. Here he comes. No, back he goes. He's on his phone.
He's calling
I
you.
think he's ringing my phone.
Oh, hello.
Time do you even call this, Reg?
Well, it's fucking good timing. Call this. Took me 9 minutes to get from my house to here.
Okay, that could not have been legal.
If 110 mile an hour is legal, then yeah, it's well above board. But new personal record.
It's like you just wanted to commit suicide, Reg, by driving so fast, making a really weak
some
segue.
sort of like joke about the way that I did this.
Yeah. I'm out of
Honestly,
puns.
your jokes are just as poor as one of those old like court jesters or like
playing the
Harley
feeling.
Quinn or something.
Ah, I like it.
And Steve's just like deadshot looking.
I apologise for the quality of the puns. Please don't stop watching. It'll get better. Anyway.
I can't promise that.
No, maybe not. Right, shall we?
Yes.
Let's bounce.
It's been a while, guys.
It has indeed.
Has there just not been any good films? Or have we just been rubbish?
I think a mixture of both.
Okay.
Although we did see Star Trek, which we didn't do
We
one
saw,
of these for.
but because we were late.
Right.
Because you were skinned. And it was 2 weeks. It'd already been
Was
out.
it?
It was like a week and a half since it had come
That
out.
was
so
too
we decided
late.
not to. I went to see Finding Dory. That was fun.
I love Finding Dory.
It was good. I
The
liked
second one
it.
was better than the first.
No, rubbish.
There's a line in it that made me laugh. She goes,
Just one.
yeah, she goes, follow me. And he goes, you're in a cup. She goes, okay, I'll follow you. It's brilliant.
Even without context, that's
It's
funny.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, speaking of
Can you tell
animated
I'm trying
and
to
cartoon
avoid
type
the
things,
subject?
shall we just get into it?
Right. We put a video up where we reacted to the Justice League trailer, and a gentleman commented on it and then deleted his comment, but wrote something else a bit nicer. But we get an email when there's a comment, even if you delete that comment. And he put, I don't remember the exact wording, but it was just about us being complaining something rude.
Yes.
So apparently we complain a lot because we were moaning about how bad Batman vs Superman was. And like, oh, at least the Justice League looks a bit more upbeat.
Did you reply saying, have you checked out Steve's piece?
Twitter.com/Steve's Peeves. So let's be positive, let's be upbeat, and let's say everything good about that film we just saw, Suicide Squad.
I like the trailers. Trailers were good.
I like the fact that it wasn't Batman v Superman.
The first thing I said when that film ended was DC have lost me again. And what I mean is You know how I feel about Nolan's Batman. I don't like it.
No,
But I really like Batman vs Superman.
you did.
I did. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. And I thought, okay, maybe DC are turning around.
Is it just because Ben Affleck's in it?
No, it was some of the stuff that I liked that other people didn't
Ben
like.
Affleck played
how,
the shark in Jaws.
Like how,
Could do that.
you know, when they found the computer chip, talking about all the
Yeah.
other Justice League people.
Did you actually like
and they
that?
had little animations of them.
Oh,
and
for
I
fuck,
thought
that
it
was
cool.
so-
That was one of the worst introductions
like
of having
shoehorned
any
in.
characters
No, I liked it.
in anything ever. And speaking of shoehorned in
Okay.
characters,
Every character in that?
yeah, well, no, I love the fact that because for once we have a origin of some of the characters, because
Yes.
the lesser known ones, unless you watch like sort of Arrow or read comics,
Right.
obviously you won't know who some of these characters are.
Mhm.
And I love the fact that it's like, right, okay, here's a quick rundown. Obviously, you paid Will Smith and Margot Robbie a lot of money, so they're
yeah,
like,
a quick
right,
rundown.
doom. Yeah, like
quick
right,
rundown.
like right at the beginning, like, okay,
I
here's
agree.
Deadshot.
And it wasn't quick, was it? It took
Here's
us about
that.
15 to 20 minutes of the movie.
20 minutes?
It was at least that.
Yeah,
where
but it was only
where
like
she's sitting eating her steak and keeps telling all these little stories
Yeah.
about them.
Right,
and each
okay,
one
so,
thing
thought
got
that
like
was gonna be the
5
film.
minutes.
yeah, so you have 4 or 5 minutes of that, and then in most superheroes now, the first whole
Well,
film,
okay, yeah,
apart from the last 5 minutes,
is a single origin story.
is a single
I
origin
get
story.
that.
So having a 2-hour film
Yeah.
with literally 6 intros in
Yeah.
it, great. The only downside to that is that was the story.
Yeah.
There was fuck all story in there, and then they
But
shoehorn
also-
in Flash as well, which was just shit.
No,
I do not like his suit at one fucking bit.
I tell you what I did
looked
like.
as though the Power Rangers costume creator was like, right, I need some more work. I know, why don't I go and fuck up the Justice League again? Once, in the last video we done, I was like, you know what, actually, really like the Flash. I liked the Flash in the Justice League thing.
Okay.
Then I watched this, and I've just gone like, oh, you've lost the goatee thing.
Because you like
Great.
Barry,
but I
but
don't,
you don't like the Flash.
like the Flash.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I did
Just
like.
like, what did you like?
Normally I'm not very pervy when it comes to ladies and stuff. And, oh, look at her. Like, it's not me. But I thoroughly enjoyed watching her through the whole of that.
I know she is supposed to be like the crazy, sexy chick, but they completely oversexed her, like ridiculous amounts. Everything she said, the way she acted, the way she was licking everything about it was just like, right, okay, here's something for the guys.
Well,
And
I
it
like-
literally was just that. That's all it was. Her being
Steve.
like a little scrumpet, and then
Scrumpet.
just and like a load
I haven't
of just
heard that word
massively
since the
long
1900s.
fights.
Crushed in a biscuit and a
It was.
It
It
is.
was like the bit where Deadshot is just like terrorizing it, like just literally mowing down everything in the city.
Yes, so yeah, when they first get attacked by the weird blobby monsters.
It was Hot Shots Part 2. He literally he mowed through so many of them. I was
With the
waiting
kill
for the little
counter.
kill counter in the corner.
Yeah.
I've lost the left wing. Okay, right wing's gone too. You'll be fine.
But it was just that it was like an OTT on every aspect of the scale. And then the other thing as well I heard about it was like loads of people were saying that they timed the Joker's appearance in the film, and he's getting between like 7 and 8 minutes.
No, he had more than
Right,
that.
he
But, yeah,
literally
well,
had
but
like fucking about half of the film, and
Yeah.
in that bit
even though it's
he was
not
saying
about him.
Yeah, and he was saying that they cut out loads of his scenes, and he was quite upset. They cut
was he
out,
complaining?
Like, loads of his
He had
scenes.
loads of screen time. What's he talking about?
Yeah. How much more screen time did he need?
He's an idiot.
In that, I like the little. In fact, a couple of things I really did like. I liked the flashback of when they would like the thing
Oh,
when they were dancing.
yes, and it's
she had the
from the
Harley
comic.
Quinn suit on, and that was from the comic. I'm like,
That exact moment.
that
yeah.
was great. There was tiny little touches in it. I was like,
Oh, when she
That's
picked up
quite nice.
when she picked up the Harley Quinn suit as well.
That
Did you
was
see
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a hammer.
What I didn't understand was how you had the first fight sequence with the no-face people, and they had the second fight sequence
Yeah.
with the no-face people.
Right.
That was literally just like copied and pasted. No, I get the fiery dude. What was it, Diablo?
Diablo.
Yeah.
Or as I like to
get-
call him, DC's Hawkeye.
I get
Because
that-
he was completely useless
Until
for that entire film
I get-
until the last 2 minutes when like, oh shit, no, he's a character.
Right.
We need to do
But
something with him.
I get
I quite
that was
liked
his.
him.
I
He
get that
fit-
was his fight scene, but I don't understand why they didn't just change it just a little bit. Because it did. Do you not think it looked copied and pasted from the outside fight scene to the inside?
a little
fight
bit,
scene?
yeah. But I don't. Him as a character, I think he was the only one that actually got developed a bit. He he seemed to have a bit of a character arc and changed a bit more towards the
We're
end.
bound to stumble upon some kind of character progression.
Yeah.
That is the thing though. That was a pure like 80s action flick where there's not a lot going on, just apart from pure action. Admittedly, you said you got bored
Really all
3/4 of the way
action
through
either.
it.
Because it
was,
no,
though.
but
And that's
there wasn't.
easy
I
to do.
don't think there was enough action. I even got bored of their like not be like. I don't know whether I just really didn't like it, but like even the talky bits, I was just like
Just stop talking.
bored.
Just show me Harley
there
Quinn
was,
again.
there was
Yes.
enough
All
in that
Steve,
film to keep me occupied. I think if I can sit through Max Payne, I can sit through that. And
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying, but we won't talk about Max Payne again, ever.
Joker though.
They've gone a different direction with him.
They've
haven't
gone a very different direction. I get that he's like they're taking the direction of
Comic book
I guess like old school where he's a crime boss.
Yeah.
But he's so like, kind of Kingpin Tony Montana sort
I
of
didn't like his bling. Like,
No,
that
exactly.
didn't really make much sense.
and his laugh.
Kiss
I
my
know
ring.
knowing what Jared Leto's like he really throws himself into roles. I could see him going, right, I'm gonna do this differently. Let me come up with this completely different laugh. And that laugh grated on me there.
Oh, the thing is, though, it wasn't.
Heath Ledger's laugh.
No, but it
It
wasn't
was
a laugh.
no, it was just this
'Cause
weird.
That's the thing. It was just him going.
And he kept.
It wasn't an actual laugh.
I don't think they showed anywhere near enough of him actually being a villain.
Yeah.
There was
It
no
was just- it
setup.
was a
Like you're
very
just supposed to assume that
weird-
they're like, okay, he's this crime boss and everyone's afraid of him, but they show very little. He shoots one person,
Yeah.
and also he creates like Harley Quinn. He gives her electroshock therapy, he abuses her to get her like that, and then we're supposed to kind of like them as a couple. Supposed to be like you're supposed to feel
Yeah.
for them.
But girls like that, don't they?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever known a girl who's like, you know what? I love electroshock me, baby.
Don't know. Treating me.
It's a bit weird. I don't. They just messed up a lot.
That's
A lot
the
of
problem.
stuff. Captain Boomerang's accent. How have we managed to last like 12 minutes into this without mentioning how awful that accent
He was the
is?
Hawkeye.
G'day, mate.
He could do nothing. All he had was these. He had like two different types of boomerangs. One that had a camera on it, and one that had a bit of a blade on it.
Also, how would you put a camera on a boomerang?
Yeah, and be able to then fly it around. He just happened to have his Samsung Galaxy with him.
Well, yeah, everyone
Lucky.
has a phone with them when they're
Yeah.
in prison and they just come out of it to
Exactly.
get loaded up. There was a lot of like Slipknot as well.
Yeah. How could you not guess that he was gonna kick it? Like there was gonna have to be an example of like, look, there really is an explosive in your head, and immediately you're just like, oh, who's this extra guy that we haven't had any backstory, nothing about? He's just suddenly turned up.
But it was there was just like, I don't know, because
But
literally like at the very beginning when you first see Enchantress and she like wraps
Yeah, we haven't
the
even
fingers
touched
around
on
it
her yet.
all, like I was like,
That was really cool.
she's my favourite.
Yeah.
Literally the get go, I turned to Steve and I was like, she's my favourite.
But give him credit for this. After the Batman vs Superman trailer, where you're like, I know the entire movie, I had no idea that she was going to be the villain.
No,
I thought she was a member
not
of the
one
team.
bit.
The whole heart thing, that didn't really get very far, did it?
It was a bit
They're like, we've got
rubbish,
your
wasn't
heart, and then literally the second time she appears, doesn't matter. They're like, stab it. Oh wait, that's
But how
too
she was
late.
stabbing it? Like
With a pen.
The way she came off all really calm and composed, and then she found out that Enchantress was playing up a bit or doing something she didn't expect.
Yeah.
She'd go from all calm and considered to
Exactly.
like that.
Stabby
What are you doing?
with a
Why are you
pen.
being stabby? It just didn't seem quite right. It was like
But I didn't like her at the end, like the end part when she actually became when she was the Enchantress, the goddess thing.
But also,
It looked really horrendously bad CGI, but it just as a bad guy.
but they don't really explain what she's doing.
No,
I'm gonna
not
make a
one
machine, and then she's there like that, making
what
a
was
thing.
that about?
3 days she's doing that. They actually say this has been going on for 3 days. This siege has been going on for 3 days. She's been doing that for 3 days and still not where she needs to be. She's not
And
got the thing
if she's
until
done
right
that-
at the last moment when she's like, "You've just killed my brother.
Now
I've had a bit of a
finish
fight
this
with
thing."
you.
Yeah.
It's ready now." Oh, that's good timing. And also, if the other statue with your brother in is that important, do you leave it on a shelf in an
In
office?
some
Yeah.
room.
Literally on a shelf.
And would you not
Sleep next
strengthen the neck part of it?
Yeah.
You would do a lot of stuff.
And I wouldn't pick up a statue and go,
Yeah.
This looks like it can break this head off. This
Yeah. When would you ever do
1,000-year-old
that
statue.
to an artifact?
Oh dear.
Because she's an archaeologist, yeah?
She should know better.
She should know better
Lara
than
Croft
that.
would know better.
I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, at all.
There's too much that didn't know this. Let's face it, Reg.
It's just not good.
Is this one of these films where
The more you talk about it, the worse it gets.
It's
Because I came
completely-
out of that thinking, you know what? It's
Wasn't-
better than Batman v Superman, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be.
No.
But now I'm thinking,
the
I
problem.
just genuinely
So now would you
didn't like
say
that film.
Batman vs
No, I would never say
Superman?
anything's worse than Batman v Superman. Also, the bit when it introduced Harley, did
Yeah.
it say that she murdered Robin?
Well, this is the thing. No, they didn't. I didn't hear anything about
They
Robin.
didn't mention
But
Robin.
also,
It said at the bottom of the thing, I'm pretty sure it said murder something Robin. Yes.
I don't know.
But
But
didn't
I was
like-
wondering this. So what's the timeline? I didn't think it was going to be immediately after, because the Joker's pretty young.
Yeah. He's really young compared to Batman.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, it's an old grizzled Batman in Batman vs Superman, and Robin. I don't know. I assumed he'd been dead for a while, and he was kind of dealing with it. But it must. I don't know. Maybe it's a recent thing.
It must be a recent
the
thing.
timeline
It's
for me didn't quite
definitely-
line up. It's starting to rain now, so the microphone's going to be just picking up rain and not us, which is probably a good thing
Well, it's
because.
just stopped, so it's fine.
All right, okay. I'm not going to give it a score. It wasn't what it needed to be, and it wasn't what it made itself out to be either.
No.
Like, I don't understand how it's had so much like hype up to this point of everyone saying this is the one, this is actually going to do it. Can't be just from the trailer.
The thing is though,
People who knew seem to be like, this is going to be amazing, this is going to be the one.
I think it is though, and I think it needed the hype after what DC have been doing to make you go like, oh. And I think people knew that as well, so they were hyping it up. And the one redeeming feature about it all is it did have a good soundtrack.
Yeah, it was alright.
Its
It had its
soundtrack
moments.
was good, and I can't fault that. It was
But
a good
ultimately, I'm back to saying fuck DC again.
But anyway,
soundtrack. Not good.
sorry YouTube guy.
I'm not.
Steve's
Twitter.com/CPs. Right. Okay. I want to go home to bed and just sleep it off.
I'm going to forget it ever happened.
I'm going to play Neverwinter.
Right. See you.
Bye.
Bye.